Hey there, this is K4A, Knowledge for All educational videos and tutorials. In today's video I will try to explain how and when to use Scratch block, which is named setx2. Setx2 is one of the motion blocks, it's the blue color, so find the setx2, drag and drop it to your coding window, and if you have watched the earlier lessons on Scratch and Scratch environment, space, scene, and so on, you know that the stage, the environment, the scene is defined in X and Y, and you can see that now on the screen. X goes to the left and right. If you go to the right it will be plus X, positive number, and if you go to the left it will be minus X, negative number, and same goes with Y coordinate. Y means top and bottom, and again it has minus and plus like this, I think, and that's it. So position is very important in games. You have to define how your objects, where they are on the screen, in the space, where is their position, UI interface, how your character moves and so on. So you will use these motion blocks a lot to move your character, to position other stuff on the screen, user interface, anything, almost anything on the screen. We have used the set Y earlier in my game, which I have on my K4All Scratch online account, and we have used that to block this cat. So for example, I didn't want my cat to be able to go in the screen, in the sky, sorry, or in the sea. I'll stop it. I wanted it to be able only to go as this land is showing up, so I have defined that with the Y, set Y2. I will show that now with X, but for example, if I show that in the game, if I want to go above this line where the sea touches the ground, I cannot do that. I have defined that with the set Y2. So if I said to Scratch, okay, if my Y coordinate goes over this value, block it that way that you will set Y to this exact value. We will do that same for the X position now, and in the Scratch block, in the Scratch project from the blank. So I will not use this online Scratch, but this. Okay, so what do I want to do? I want my cat to move only, for example, this far to the left and this far to the right, to stay in those boundaries. Okay, like this. For example, you have some kind of yeah, I will maybe draw some kind of yeah, road. Maybe it will be a road game with some cars, or I don't know, some vehicles which are racing cars, something like that. So I want my cat to be able to go only this far. I want my cat only to go as much as here to the left and as much as here to the right, not a single pixel more. So let's do that with this setx2. First of all, when you see these X and Y fields here, you can change them by typing the values. Click and type 0 for Y and 0 for X. That's how our game started. That's where the cat was from the start when we made the Scratch project, and that's the middle of the screen, 0 0. So 0 0 is the middle of the screen. Our cat is now in the middle, and I want my cat to go to the left. How much? This much. Now you can move it now as much as you want, but I want the cat to be able to go as much to touch the line, maybe a pixel lower. And I have moved the cat from 0, 0 to the left, and now I will read this coordinate here. It says minus 67, and the good thing about the Scratch is that it changes those values automatically. You can see it on those blocks on your left side, so I already have it set the X to minus 67. Great. If I go to the right, I want my cat to go like here, no, like here, no, I want to go just to the line, like here. Okay, so the X is 53. Okay, I have it here. So this will be my boundary to the right, 53. I can go 53 pixels to the right, and I can go 67 minus 67 to the left. Great. But I have to put that now in the code. First of all, first of all, let me code the movement of the cat, and it will be very simple with event when the left arrow is pressed. I will copy that one, duplicate, right click, duplicate when the right arrow is pressed. Do what? I need to move. The movement is motion, so I will go to the motion blocks. Move where? Left and right is X position. Okay, set or change. I want to change my X. If I press the right arrow, change it by 10. If I press the left arrow, change it by 10 is maybe too much. Minus 5 and 5. Let's try with that. Okay, so I have now defined my movement left and right, but as you can see, Scratch doesn't care about boundaries of my road. On the screen it says, okay, I don't see that. You have to tell me where and how much do you want your cat to be able to move left and right. So we have the movement, but we don't have the limits yet. So how do we put the limits on it? Let's do that by, we have to ask to make the Scratch ask the question, is the cat on the left too much, is the cat on the right too much? So let's go with the controls, and how am I going to play this game? If it's some kind of vehicle game, racing game, do I want the Scratch to check that once only or all the time? I think it will have to check that forever as much as my game is running. So when the game starts, right away check out if my cat, I need if my cat is doing what? If my cat is touching the left or right. So I will need maybe 2 of those. If touching left, if touching right. Okay, how do I say touch or check out? If my in this case it will be checking the coordinate, because we are working with X as a coordinate, not with colors, touching the colors. But so don't get confused. I want to check out if my coordinate X, and that is what? Motion X position. This is X position again of your sprite cat. If I made another sprite, for example apple, so take a look now. If I put the X position into the apple and click on it, it will give this number. It should give this number here, X 156. Why? Because that's where my apple is. And now minus 181. So just be aware of that. This X position is connected to the sprite you're working in. In this case, in my case, it is the sprite of the cat. I don't need the apple, I will hide it. Okay, so the X position of the cat is now minus 7. I want to limit that position, and I can do that by checking mathematical condition, mathematical operation, which is greater than or less than. Greater than or less than. How am I going to check my right position? Because it is to the right, it is positive, it will be greater than. I don't want my cat to be able to move greater than what? this limit 53. That is the limit of our line. So if my x position is greater than 53, do what? If my x position is greater than 53, set my x to 53. That means give it back. I can click it right away, like here. You don't even have to put whole code, just you can test it. Okay, set the x, and now what will happen? My cat is here. Now what will happen when I click set x to? It will snap it back to 53. Let's try it. Yes, great, so it works. But I need to put that into condition, into question, and this question will be asked by Scratch. When we are playing our game and how we are going to play our game, we will have to do that. We don't know how long it will take us, so let's put that in forever. So if when the game starts, check out this Scratch. If my cat goes over 53 pixels to the right, put it back to 53. Simple as that. Let's try that. I will try to move to the right, and I am not able. You can see that. I haven't coded yet for the left, so I will be able to do that, and that's it. Let's add that one. So same as the right limit, we are making now the left limit. If my cat goes to the left less than how much? 67 minus 67, sorry, and you define the position of the cat to the left and right with x position. So if my x position is greater than, set the x to minus x 67. Okay, so these two, we have now two conditions, two questions to ask to the Scratch, and let's see if that works. If I want to go to the right, nope, I cannot go. If I want to go to the left, no, I cannot go. So it's very, very practical, easy, and you can use this for example, if this is I don't know, if this is some kind of racing game. So for example, you want your here to have some kind of UI interface, some buttons, or maybe some advertisement here, and you don't want the cat to be able to go, or you draw some kind of crowd watching the game or a race, and you have some kind of racing car, ugly racing car here, top down view, and so that's it. Yeah, it looks like some kind of ugly game, but for learning purpose it's okay. So the whole idea here was to use this x, set x to limit the position of sprite, the limit the movement, and you already have some kind of simple game, simple mechanics prototype. You see how fast it was, but you can use this x position also to different kind of stuff. For example, I can make this apple follow the, like it can be maybe like a hat to this cat, so it can follow the cat with this set x2, but I will have to say here set x to what? Instead of minus 13, I will have to say x2 xcat, and we will use a variable for that, and or something like that, and I will show that maybe in some other video. For this one today, I think this was good enough, and 15 minutes, not bad. Anyway, these motion blocks, they are very important, and most of the games made in Scratch are some kind of platformers, movement games, so experiment with those, learn them, try them, so you can make better games. Yeah, that's it for now. See you in next few videos. Next few videos would probably be me giving away some games, so games giveaway, and after that Game Maker Studio 2 drag and drop, maybe some Unity finally, 3ds Max, and so on. So these Scratch tutorials were just a little back to back for me, because I have like 10 or so Scratch blocks to explain all of those, and to complete the whole idea of explaining every Scratch block out there. And I think I'm close to that, around 10 or so. So after that we will be making whole games, complete games, tutorials, shorter games, but complete games, and maybe some graphic arts in 3D, 2D, and so on. So stay tuned, I will make more and more videos and tutorials in near future. Bye for now.